roll. I'm just going to middle mouse button click this, get more dissolves. So after the first one, the first dissolve can cover 2 images, but each image clip that we need will need its own dissolve, so I'll need 2 more. 1, 2. So we're going to take the information from the first dissolve, pipe it in to the second one, and we're just going to do kind of like a daisy chain here. So this vector paint will go into this one, and like that, and like that. Cool. And then the last one will pipe into our image clip. So now we need a parameter. So I'm going to go ahead and select this, and I'm going to hit, oh, I have an Explorer up already. So let's go ahead and grab, actually I don't need the Explorer, so I'm just going to hit Shift P. Make a property, or a parameter. We'll name it texture update. I want my default value to be 1, my minimum 1, my maximum 5. And I don't want a floating point because I don't want in between information. I just want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do integer, animatable, keyable, and we hit enter. So now we have a new custom parameter set, and it goes from 1 to 5. Doesn't do anything yet, but we'll be working on that right now. So let's go ahead and do our first expression. I'm going to double click this dissolve. I'm actually going to hit back up. There we go. Cool. Yeah, let's turn that on. Alright, so what I want to basically check to see what value this is. So within here, I'm going to click, I'm going to right mouse button click, set expression. So we want a conditional. So I'm going to go to function, condition. And the condition that we want to look for whatever this value is. So I'm going to take this and just drag it onto there. You can see that it updates that information. So we want to look when this is 1. When this is 1, we want this to be at the value where it's going to show the 1 texture. So I'm just going to put equal equal. Whoops. Gotta make sure my mouse is in the right spot. This is equates to, and you can find this if you have no idea what your different options are. You can go to function, conditions, and you can do equal to, less than. These are your different operators or operands for your conditional. We want to see if it equals 1, and if it does equal 1, this should be a 0. So this plug right here represents 0, and this plug represents 1. So this goes for all the dissolves. So if this parameter, if my custom parameter equals 1, we're going to want 0 because that's where 1 is plugged into. So if it's true, we're going to put 0. And if it's false, I want it to default to the other guy. So then we'll just hit 1. So we'll go ahead, make sure to hit apply. So if it's 1, we have a 1, and if it's 2, we get our 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So now we need to go ahead and do this for the next guy. So I'm going to double click this one, right mouse button click, set expression, or I can just double click this, copy animation. Copy animation. Alright, double click, right mouse button click, paste animation. And now we're automatically going to have a problem because right now we have the same expression on both. So it's going to see if it's 1, and if it is 1, this input's going to be false, so it will only show a 3. Alright, so if I go ahead to, let's close all these, it's getting kind of confusing. So if I go to my custom parameter, lock it, and then go to 1, it will show a 1 because now this is true, and it will show the 0. And this would be true, so this information is piping through and it's letting this door open up. So if I go to 1, it will show 1, but if I go to 2, it will show 3, and if I go to 3, it will show 3, and so on. It will always be 3. So what we want this information. Let's go ahead and grab the right one, double click, click. We want this to, number 1, look to see if it's 3. That's the value that we want to be true. Okay? And if it is 3, we want these to be flopped. Okay? So if it is 3, we want it to look at this number, not this one. So we'll make the 0 equal 1, and then the 1 equals 0. So if this equals 3, turn this one off, and then turn this one on, which happens to be 3. So we'll go ahead and hit apply. Let's see if it works. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. So now I should be able to copy this animation, come to this image, double click, or go to the dissolve, right mouse button click, paste the animation, and we need to make sure it's looking for the right number, which happens to be 4. We'll hit apply. So if we go to 4, it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And now we need to go to 5, right mouse button click, paste animation, click, and let's make this a number 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now everything is working. Now let's go ahead and do our display info. Basically, how that works, you just need your custom parameter set to have display info D with a capital DISPLAY and a capital IINFO. And you need to have special options within your viewport. So if we hit Shift S, you're going to want to go to Stats, Show Custom Display Info Parameters. So you can see now it pops up, well, without a name, but it pops up. So in order to put a name, we'll just change the name. Then you add something after the display info. So we'll go Texture, Update, y'all. So you can see now Texture Update y'all is up here. So if I come here, change this. Come on. I should be able to key in a number, but if I change that to 1, you can see now we have a 1. And if I go into here, Texture Update, it changes. Now this heads up display guy over here, display info, will only show up when you have the object selected with the display info node within it. So I probably would recommend not having the geometry selectable for the animator. So I probably would generate a null and probably let's see if I can do this here. Grab this guy and just paste it, just copy it over to null. So whenever you select the null, it updates, and then probably make this guy unselectable. Visibility, or however you do it for yourself with a group or whatever. So bam, we have a nice solution here where we can let's see, grab a null, where we can have our animations update. Well, actually, it kind of broke the solution. So if anything, I would have my display my parameters on by default, because right now it's looking for the parameter within the grid. So all my expressions broke. So let me just bring this back to the grid, and then make my grid selectable again. Sorry, I am wasting everybody's time. So if I grab this guy, double click, there. I broke it. Oh well. Well, hopefully you found this to be useful, and if you have any other questions, don't be afraid to ask. Awesome.